Welcome to the Formatt podcast, baby, where we talk about everything that's everything. But anyway, this is your host and your, the ghost of the most, Matt Jackson, aka Joffrey Killer. So anyway, coming at you with another video today, because I didn't think I had anything. I was going to be like, okay, Double or Nothing, put that one up. Alright, listen to me rant or talk about Double or Nothing. But now, I've got an even bigger rant, because I was just on internet, basically, YouTube. And I found out that the WWE has done something completely awful. The WWE, the World Wrestling Entertainment jackass of a company, Mr. Vince McMahon himself and everybody else that's associated with that company can kiss my ass and eat chicken shit, because they just released like 6 or more people just recently. And I've got to rant about this, okay? This is some fucked up shit. I'm tired of the WWE thinking they just bring in somebody or bring back somebody. So one person I want to talk about, they just brought him back with a new type of gimmick. Not really a new type of character or nothing. Just something different, okay? Different light on him. He's gone now. But anyway, we'll get to him in a minute. I'm going to start with the big problem. Alright, the WWE has just flipped. Okay, anyway, before I get into this, please subscribe to my channel for more things like this, to hear this mouth rant, and for this mouth to be, hey, I talk good about things that need to be talked good about. You know, if it deserves the good, I'll give it the good. If it deserves the bad or the criticism, I'll give it to them. Just subscribe now, like, subscribe, share the video, get other people in on it. Fuck it. Listen. The WWE has just released, and I'm not shitting you either, they just released, whatever, Braun Strowman has just been released from WWE. I'm not understanding this shit. Okay, so does the WWE really want to be taken over? What do they got now? Like, alright, so they released Braun Strowman. I'm pissed. I'm beyond pissed. How are you going to sit here and build the future? You're building the future. Okay, people, think about this. For all the people that's listening to me, think about this, okay? Think about this. You're sitting here, you're building a company. All right. Okay, let's build a company. We'll start off with 20 people, all right? It's a thought now. It's a thought process. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, he's got 20 people. We get 30, 40 people, right? Anyway, by the time you get to WWE's standards, you've got all these big stars you done just broke in, you've got them names, they're big deals, right? Alright, then you release them. Then guess what? Now you done took all that hard work to build that character for your brand or your company. Now guess what? Wait till 90 days lets up. Braun Strowman can walk his little happy ass, and I hope he does this, walks his happy ass straight on over there to AEW, and hell, maybe Eric Redbeard will come over there and join them, and they'll be a tag team or something, or he'll do something great over there. But other than that, we got 90 days to figure that out. But what I'm saying is, it's kind of fucked up that Braun Strowman just got released from his WWE contract. I think it's kind of crazy, you know, build him here, build him there. He just had a WrestleMania match. That's what I really don't understand, is how are you releasing people that just had WrestleMania matches? That, I don't get it. Like, WrestleMania has not been over that. I mean, it's been over for a minute now. I mean, we just had WrestleMania Backlash. That was a dumb idea, too. Wow, we're going to have a pay-per-view called WrestleMania Backlash. Didn't we just have WrestleMania? Yeah, but aren't we supposed to have Backlash? Yeah. Well, then what the fuck are we doing? Well, we kind of want to just put WrestleMania and Backlash together in one pay-per-view, kind of re-release it, kind of basically saying these are the Backlash matches from WrestleMania. Well, duh, motherfucker, duh, that's the fuck Backlash is. I mean, duh, I've been watching this shit ever since I was a kid. I'm 32 years old, you do the fucking math. I've been watching it ever since I was 5. Or younger. I've been watching it my whole life. I've been sitting there in front of the boob tube watching fucking wrestling my whole fucking life, ever since I was a baby, I swear to God. My mom watched it all the way up until I was a certain age. Then she stopped liking it and I carried it on. That's just what happened. I swear to God, man. So, I just don't get the processes of WWE and how they're just going to release Braun Strowman like that, knowing he just built this guy up. He just had a WrestleMania match, for Christ's sake. And now what? Now what, you don't need him no more? Oh wait, because we got this other giant called Dabba Gabba Gabba. Whoever Apollo Crews' guy, wasn't his name Dabba Dabba anyway? Who the fuck knows? I'm just really livid, and I think I lost my train of thought. I really did. I think I lost my train of thought. But anyway, so I just don't get how, you know, I just don't get it. I just don't get how Braun Strowman gets released when he's done nothing but work for that company. He's done nothing but take shit from them. So now, leads me to think that the reason that Shane McMahon did that whole dummy thing towards him and called him dumb, all this other shit, was basically because all these guys that get released are telling their stories. And I think that has a play off of the stories, you know, when they say that WWE does this and that, it's basically like they're bullying them. They do this to make them do this, to make them do that. Well, yeah, it's kind of true, because they just made Braun Strowman do some stupid shit recently, being taunted and all this stuff by a little tiny old man. Well, Shane McMahon's not that old, but he's in the 60s, whatever. This, you know, older man talking shit to him like that, and just doesn't make any sense. Okay, it does make sense, because what they did was they talked down to Braun Strowman, right? Did all this shit against Braun Strowman, then they release him. It's kind of shitty. Okay, there's another name on this list. Because it's a segue into the next person. So you got Lana, the Russian Lana. Okay, now she's released. Okay, well, you had all those months leading up till now, where she was going through all those shows where she was going through tables and stuff. Leads you to think that they did all that stuff, and then they waited on her, just like they did with Braun Strowman. They waited a minute. They did this disgraceful shit at the end of their career, basically. So the last thing we're going to remember of Braun Strowman is him getting revenge on someone who called him dummy. That's kind of stupid, bro. And the last images I remember of Lana is her going through a bunch of tables and then getting better and getting good. And you were building her from something that was shitty to something that was actually something worth watching sometimes, and not really. But now she's just gone. So you did all that disrespectful, distasteful stuff to her before you got rid of her. Then you release her. So, okay, so that's a segue into the next guy that got released, alright? Fuck, I'm just so pissed right now. This just doesn't make any fucking sense on how they're gonna release this next guy. But you know what? I'm not gonna get to the next guy yet. They released Santana Garrett. Santana Garrett was from Women of Wrestling. WOW. She was from the wrestling company WOW. She was from Glow. Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. She's been all over the globe doing big things. They bring in Santana Garrett. Well, guess what? She ain't been in the company. She ain't even been in the company a year yet, I don't even think. Or that we've known of for a year yet. And then she released her. Okay? I can't really say much on Santana Garrett except for, damn, y'all didn't even give this girl a chance. Y'all didn't give her an opportunity at all. No opportunity at all. She had a little bit of an opportunity and you just took it away from her. Okay, Braun Strowman, he had some years. He had the Wyatt family, and that's another thing. The Wyatt family, holy crap. Holy crap. I'm kind of glad The Undertaker's retired. And it's kind of, this is all because of, age and shit. Because what would they do with him? I mean, shit, you already got rid of the next generation Undertaker by getting rid of this next guy I'm about to talk about. When they got rid of him, well, no, not yet. I'm not going to talk about him yet. But they released Murphy, too. Murphy got released. I don't know how Buddy Murphy gets released. It doesn't make any sense. He just did the thing with Seth Rollins and all that stuff right there, making him look like a fucking piece of shit. But a good piece of shit, I guess. And then release him. Made no damn sense to me. Alright, I'm trying to remember if there's anything else before I wanted to touch on this next guy, but I mean this next subject here is like touch on this next guy. That's funny. Anyway, before I touch on the subject of the next wrestler that got released, I can laugh at myself. I know what I just said. Y'all ain't got to make fun of me in my comments. I already know what I just said. I actually stopped myself before that. So, oh yeah, guess what? Anybody watching my videos to put a thumbs down, I will remind you, thumbs down in my videos is giving me a view. So thank you for that one measly little view. But in all, I should start making some stickers. The stickers that says I hate Matt Jackson, I hate Wrestling Matt, I hate the Formatt, I hate Joffrey Killer, I hate Lord Atheist, and I hate Lick My Plate Game. And that's what I'm gonna start putting out. Put out some stickers that says I hate these things. I don't give a fuck. And you know what? The haters are gonna buy it like crazy, and I'm gonna get some money in my pocket. So how about this? I'm gonna make hater products, hater merchandise. For people who hate me, people who just don't want to, it's only one person though, it's only one person. And we all know who you are, April. Oh, let me not get off track, because I just name dropped who's been thumbs down in my videos like I actually give a fuck. You just gave me a view, April. Ickerberry or Ikramberry or Ickleberry or whatever the fuck your name is. Keep this in my videos. Anyway, back to the subject. The next person that got released, holy shit. So I can't believe they released Samoa Joe either. They've released Samoa Joe. They've released all these guys. All these guys. And I'm just sitting here like, how the hell y'all gonna release this many guys? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any fucking sense, right? But phase 2 and there go. Alright. They got rid of Aleister fucking Black. Now I know everybody's probably already read it. I know WrestleMania's probably already did a video on it. I don't care anymore. I'm tired of caring about that. I'm tired of caring whether or not someone's already did the video before me or someone's already talked about a subject before me. Well, they're not me. So, phase 2, and there we go. I should start doing whatever review or whatever show I want to and stop caring whether or not other people are doing them too. Nah, that's just because I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to do different stuff, but there's not much wrestling out there to be talking about. But I am going to be doing more on the indie scene. And some more other stuff once I get around to it. Like I said, I've been busy like hell doing my music, my art. I got way more than just wrestling going on. I got a lot going on in my life. But if you ask that good dude in Texas, he'll probably say I'm still not doing anything, but it's right in front of his face. I still post my videos, it's still out there. I'm doing music. I've got like almost 20 songs put out. Little freestyle, not really freestyle, just like, you know, some really cool songs, but anyway, that's beside the point. They've been releasing all these people. They released Aleister Black. I just can't think of why they would get rid of Aleister Black. This is for like, let's release the Fiend, like once they started it. So they released Aleister Black, and Aleister Black just came out. Now he's starting to do this Dark Father gimmick, right? So he got the Dark Father gimmick going on, and he's just brought that out. But the next thing you know, we're just going to, release them? Let's release them into the wild. And you know what? When the 90 days pops up, AEW can grab up anybody they want. That's what AEW does. Anyway. Okay, and so like the Dark Father thing is going on. And he just comes back from an injury, an eye injury. And so, not only has Aleister Black been out for, 6, 7, 8 months prior to being released, I hope everybody's on the same page I'm on. It's kind of ignorance, and this isn't that point where ignorance is bliss at all, people. Ignorance is not Alexa Bliss. So, let me talk to you. This is ignorant. For one, Aleister Black's never coming back. I'll tell you that. If I was Aleister Black, that is the big disrespect, the biggest slap in the face, the biggest slap in the face, is to be brought back after not, he was out because of an injury, people, an injury. An injury took him out, and I think it would, I don't want to say it was the fake injury all the way. I'm not trying to say it was the fake injury, because it wasn't the eyeball being ripped out injury. He did have a legitimate injury. I just can't remember exactly what. And the reason, before people think that I don't know my shit, is the reason I don't keep up with injuries too good is because a lot of times one guy will get injured, another guy will, and then their injuries bleed together, and so you think this one guy had shoulder, whatever, and then this other guy like twisted his finger, and then you think, no, it was this guy that twisted his finger, this guy, you get them mixed up. So I'm really not going to sit here and say what their injury was. I think it was something to do with, I can't remember quite. No, I don't want to say, because I don't want to be wrong. But anyway, so Aleister Black just came back from an injury, a real injury plus the fake eyeball injury. Okay, get that out of my face. So I just got this brand new glass, this little sit down cup, little glass, little Bud Light cup. Pretty dope. I can pour my beer in it. But anyway, so getting rid of Aleister Black is just not a good idea. I mean, just think about it. Like I just said, AEW. Oh man, AEW, you better stop hiring people. Y'all better stop hiring people, man. Y'all gonna have a bunch of good talent to come. I'm telling you, you got Braun Strowman. Who else gonna get Braun Strowman? Who else can afford Braun Strowman? I'm not gonna be able to afford them. You ain't gonna be able to afford them. Next man beside me ain't gonna be able to afford them. Can't nobody afford, Can't nobody afford them. AEW can afford them. Now, I just don't get the processes of WWE and what's their thinking on this whole process. Like, how in the hell can you justify basically pushing the delete button on Braun Strowman, Aleister Black, all these guys? Okay, I just looked at something real quick. My bad. Aleister Black, to be legit, to be honest about it, and like had the right stuff on it, he hasn't wrestled since October. Holy shit, really? See, that's what makes me, that's the crazy part. Okay, so Aleister Black hasn't had a match since October. That's last year, people. Last year. Just to come back to work, do some promos, and get fired. How is that justifiable? How is that justifiable? How is the WWE getting away with this chaotic and insensitive insanity? How are they getting away with this? I want to know. I want to know. And you know what? If I was Aleister Black, I would ask for that release. And, well, see, this is the thing. This is the thing. These guys aren't really trying to ask for that release. They don't want to. There's some guys that already know where they want to go. And they don't want to deal with this no more. There's guys like Aleister Black who is really just getting the wrong look and outtake on the whole wrestling agenda in a way, because Aleister Black, he grew up in was it Finland? Dutch? He's Dutch. Yeah, he's Dutch. Norway, somewhere over there like that. I'm not trying to be. I'm not saying. I mean, I'm trying to remember. It's like Finland, Norway, something like that. Somewhere there. Okay, and when he started training wrestling, he didn't even know what to pick up, what to go to train to be a wrestler. He just straight up did like Muay Thai and all this stuff CM Punk does, or did too. But CM Punk knew what he was doing, so he trained to wrestle. But Aleister Black, for someone like Aleister Black to not know, when he was younger, where to go to train, because they didn't have that stuff where he was at, where he was growing up at, they don't have, they didn't know. And now he's getting a bad image on wrestling and WWE, and this is something else. WWE is somewhere where everybody wants to end up at. Everybody wants to end up in WWE. Everybody. I don't care who the fuck you are. If it was before AEW, that's where you wanted to go. If you wanted to go to TNA, that was fine. It was probably back when Jeff Hardy was even on the card, or somebody like that was on the match, This is a nice Bud Light glass. I got it from Goodwill's for $1, man. I go to Goodwill's a lot, man. You can find some really cool stuff that no one wants anymore. It's better than going and paying full price for a glass that you only want because it's $1. I don't drink Bud Light at all, but I'm a collector of name brand thing. So it just depends. And I needed me a new beer glass anyway, which I haven't been drinking much beer these days. I've been slowing down on everything. I've slowed down my smoking and I've slowed down my beer drinking. So, well, I'm at least trying to. So, that's, you know, that's all I can say. At least I'm trying. You know, I've had all day today. I'm talking about all day today. This is like my second cigarette of the day. And I'm talking about, I had a cigarette like this morning. Like, I got up like 12 or something. Didn't even, I can't remember when I had that cigarette, but I've only had, so far, like, it's only been 2 cigarettes all day. And I've been up all day. So I've been up early, and so I'm trying to slow down the smoking. Well, oh yeah, it was 2.5. Well, yeah, I think it was 2.5. But that one whole one, I was putting it out. So I'm literally trying to, you know, slack off from smoking. But, like, for real. I ain't even playing. But it's just kind of crazy how, like, WWE just keeps releasing guys, right? AEW, I don't think they have. And what they're doing is, I think they're setting these guys up like, they pay them, but they don't pay them. If they're not on the card, you're not getting paid as much. I think they're giving them something to live on, you know? So, now, tell me this. Now, I can see how they're paying the wrestlers because the revenue they're making off the AEW company is probably going towards the wrestlers. I can see that. Okay, but the Khans, Tony Khan and his dad takes care of the football. His son-in-law, he's taking care of this wrestling business with Kenny Omega and Cody Rhodes and all that. Young Bucks. But I just don't, I'm just so, I can't think right now straight. Like, I'm trying to think, like, I don't want to make this video too long, but it's just crazy how WWE is just sitting here just releasing all these big names. I mean, what's next? I mean, what is literally next? I bet AJ Styles wants to be released by now. AJ Styles just released me already. The Good Brothers are doing, they're having so much fun right now. You know, it would be so awesome. I think it'd be cool if AJ Styles joins, you know, AEW. I think that'd be a good move for him. But I don't know what to think, man. I don't know what to think. I'm kind of just like livid right now. My mind's just like everywhere right now. They got rid of Ruby Riott. I forgot to say that. They got rid of Ruby Riott too, so the Riott girl's gone. What are they gonna do with Liv Morgan? Would keep Liv Morgan or get rid of Ruby? That doesn't make any sense. Ruby Riott, another girl who has worked her ass off to get there, was someone who, okay, Ruby Riott was probably told in training and all this stuff, and the way she looks, and the way she's carrying herself, stuff like that. She ain't gonna make it. Heidi, you're not gonna make it. That was her other original name, was something Heidi. She was like, everybody, like, you're not gonna, you know, just don't get your hopes up too far because you might not make it there. They look for certain people. Well, they do, but they actually picked up her and picked up some other people like that, like Aleister Black. They picked up some other people that we just, well, probably for me, I mean, maybe not a lot of people probably even knew who Aleister Black was before the WWE, but I did. His name was Tommy End. E-N-D was his last name, Tommy End. And he was dope. But, like, I don't know, man. I don't know what to think, man. All I know is, you know what, WWE, you keep letting me down. I'm just an AEW guy. I like AEW a lot, and I know Jim Cornette, he's got what he's going to say about it. But, you know what? I don't care. Jim Cornette, sometimes you just got to, like, if you're a fan, sometimes, and I'm behind the scenes in a company. I've been behind the scenes in Pure Pro Wrestling. You know, I've been back there in the locker room sitting and talking with the guys, learning stuff. So I know the ins and outs too. But you gotta admit, for a fan's perspective, I'd rather just go to WWE for those big matches that I want to see, and, you know, stick with it for the nostalgic. You know, stick around because Undertaker. So if it wasn't for the Undertaker, I probably would have gave up on WWE a long time ago. But other than that, I mean, AEW is, they're doing good by the guys. I mean, if not every wrestler that's booked or is contracted, they might not all be seeing TV time, but there's another TV show coming up called Rampage, so they'll be able to have more TV time for these guys. But they also do have AEW Dark, and they also have AEW Dark Elevation, and they have AEW Dynamite, and they're about to do Rampage. So that's 4 shows more than WWE, because WWE just can't keep their hands in this shit, because they stop doing something if they don't get enough views or whatever. So 205 Live, good chance on. I don't even know how they keep that going on. A lot of people don't even watch that, and that's bad, you know. But I don't know. I think I'm just gonna end my rant right now. It's 25 minutes right now. I just had to speak on that because my voice gotta be heard. This is just some bullshit. WWE's sitting here fucking around with talent like this. You have a guy that hasn't even wrestled since October. You bring him back just to fire him. That doesn't make any fucking sense. And I wish y'all would make some goddamn sense. So WWE, get your shit together, make some goddamn sense, and maybe we wouldn't be so fucking mad at y'all. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all are just treating y'all's talent like piece of shit, garbage. And if I was a wrestler, I would be wanting AEW to call my ass, because WWE is just only taking care and catering to certain people. But someone like Braun Strowman should be taken care of like they did Big Show the whole time. Now we're having Big Show. Now he's gone too. So Big Show's gone, and Mark Henry. There's a bunch of people that's gone. That's left, Sting, all kinds of people. They don't even care about it no more. So WWE, get shit together, bro. That has been the Formatt's rant. That is a Formatt rant. But anyway, I think y'all have had enough of me talk about this. But anyway, yeah, it's crazy as hell to be releasing all these guys, man. Lana and Ruby Riott and Santana Garrett and Aleister Black and Big Show, Braun Strowman, Big Show, Braun Strowman, Mark Henry. All these guys are gone. Now look at all these people popping up on AEW. You know, like Leo Rush, Dean Ambrose. I mean, Luke Harper before he died. Yeah, all these guys. WWE, you lost. Oh, that's right. Ain't WWE gonna be bought? Aren't they selling? Fucking losers. Y'all get shit together. WWE, it's fucking retarded. Format's out.